I want to think about doing less. The first thing is doing less. I love quadrants because they allow you to depict ways you think about things, and I want you to think about your life. Your work might be domestic primarily. Your work might be education, like you're in school or training right now. Your work might be a job, all right? However you're framing your work, think of your work and your life in this way, but there is busyness. And sadly, when you talk with people in our culture and say, how you doing, often you get the response, oh, I'm busy. I would suggest that busy is the least productive and least relational form of work out there, and it's what we brag about in our culture. I'm so busy, 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 busy. This is not simple living. Busyness is letting everybody else set the agenda for your life. Eugene Peterson says busyness is a form of laziness. You get to decide what you're going to do with your time and your days. Now, sometimes there's a curveball or a crisis, but busyness is the least relational and least productive. Are you busy? If so, what can you do less of? For some of us, it's actually you're a busybody. You're not really doing anything, but you hang out with people a lot, and you like to know what's going on so you can talk about what's going on. This was a problem in Paul's day. Busy, busy, busy. Oh, did you know so-and-so? It's like you're always talking about everybody else's stuff, and you're not really doing anything with your life. There's no productivity. There's lots of relationship in this, but there's no productivity in this. And Scripture often talks about don't be a busybody. You're just adding to the noise of the world. Now, I understand if you're not in a full-time work scenario, maybe it's easy to be a busybody because you love the drama of people. But can you talk a little bit less about other people or about the weather or about things that don't matter? That's an area to think about. Busy work. Man, this is my life, man. I got this thing, I got that thing, I got this thing, I got that thing, and I'm checking it off the list, and I get a lot done. But I have to work harder at sitting down with people. I have to work harder, especially this last week, at sitting down with my family because I got things to check off the list. Busy work. You're very productive, but not very relational. And that might be some of you. The list is what matters. This is what I want us to be as Christians. This is different. You're a benefactor. Your work blesses your family. Your work blesses your coworkers. Your work blesses the people around you, but it does not define you. You recognize your work as a gift from God, and you're using it to give back to Him and others. Be a benefactor. Dedicate your work, dedicate your days, dedicate some of your money and your time to God's work beyond just your job. And your job can provide you the margin to do that.